It's good, peoples.
Morning, party people. Good morning, 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 good morning. Good morning, party people.
Morning, Erica.
Good morning, Erica. Camellia. I don't know. Y'all talking Greek and Hebrew in Bible study. I don't know.
Wow.
It was her and Shina was like talking back and forth in Hebrew, I think it was, or something. I don't know.
It could have been Spanish.
It wasn't Spanish. I know Spanish. It wasn't. No, it was like Hishkatai and clap. No, it was not. Yo, necesito un papel. People, como está? You know, it was. It was like it was something abnormal to be taking lessons in.
Okay.
They were talking in it, so. You know, I know. Listen, I know me a little Greek Hebrew, the Ruach, huh? Yeah. And the ribbit. Remember that? You got 30 seconds to do that. To you. Good morning, y'all. Oh, y'all here this morning. What's up? Daniel? What it is? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Little brother.
I'm debating about going on the Leviticus diet. What is that, Frank? I don't know yet. I got to read it today.
Okay.
Listen, either I can't read or I can't count. I swear I said 30 seconds, but I see 45 on my screen. That's what I was looking at. Maybe it was a minute 30. Yeah.
Tea is disgusting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Just one touch. Kim Walker Smith. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. Elected to Big Frank in the morning. My homegirl Jake Cherie in the building. What it is, what's up? It's going down. It's a vibe. It's definitely Thursday, okay?
Yes, it is.
Because you know, I'm not gonna hold you. Hey, I gotta go somewhere today. I ain't gonna go nowhere today. Dad, that was so devastating to my spirit. So I was like, after I leave the radio station, I'm going home to relax and chill out. No, you got things to do. Side note though, how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling better.
Good.
I'm feeling better. That whole he makes me to lie down. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, but no, I'm getting better.
Good, because you know what? You should be happy because he woke you up this morning, started you on your way. Hey, y'all know about them old. I used to sing in the choir. I used to be in the choir. I was yeah. Not anymore. But I'm not gonna hold you. I just Matt random. I'm glad you're back. Definitely glad you're back.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. Yesterday I was tired.
I fell asleep.
Listen, I fell asleep, right? Not only did I fall asleep, but I woke up because there's a lag between what happens and what y'all see. Mm-hmm. I watched myself fall. I said, yeah, that's gonna be a conclusion. Embarrassing myself. It's still up there out in the world, so y'all can go back and look at it. I'm excited today. I'm excited what God is doing. I'm excited. But like I said, I think I'm gonna read the book a little bit again today. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and pursue a Levi kind of appetite. We'll see. I did it before. I did do it successfully before. I did. And I was with it for about, I think I did 9 months. I was with it. And then one day I was like, I got it. Thank you. It was good. The swine. Divine. The roaches of the sea. That's delicious. You know, all that. So.
Not the roaches of
the sea.
Oh
my God, the roaches, man. Go ahead. That's all kind of stuff. Yeah, fact. Still like that, man. We got more content, more conversation. Coming up next is Big Girl Chronicles. That's gonna be off the chain. That's gonna be fire because she's been missing. And you know when people go missing, they come back with the flame. The flame. Okay? That's all. Let's go down this morning. Listen, if you want to advertise your business, what you got going on, listen, just give me a call, 716-371-2780. I'll let you know how you can get advertisement for $7.16 per commercial. I don't know where you at. No one, nowhere in this world is doing $7.60. That's because it's Fire 716 Radio. But I can show you how we can get that done, make that happen. But hit me up. We'll talk about it. It's going down. Big Frank in the morning, Jake Cherie. Let's go. Let's get it. Bam. But it's the eve to the weekend, y'all. What y'all got planned for the weekend?
I'm lying. I'm gonna be with Lady B Saturday morning. Then me and Kyler we're doing a fish fry Saturday afternoon. Then I'm shutting in because Sundays will be interesting.
Just, you know. I don't want to be giving bad elder instructions, but don't overthink Sunday. Don't overthink Sunday. This is what I hear. You know, for y'all don't know, soon coming elder, will be ministering on this Sunday, giving the word.
There's only 2 people watching. Thank you.
Of the Lord on Sunday. Listen, I'm gonna say how I would hear the apostle said. Listen, I ain't got a word. Let's give a word. So Lord, what's the word? What's the word? The word up. You know, definitely, but you know, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. Yeah. Definitely, I'm excited for that. But I got a funeral to pray for. It's the scripture for on tomorrow. Then I got a dance fitness tomorrow, 4:45 to 6. Then pick up my family because they're going to Sesame Street Live.
Aww.
And then come Saturday, I have to potentially go look at a building. We should be back. You know what? Tashiko, thank you for letting me know because I would have been right here doing a whole lot of count. Yeah, I have no idea.
You missed a whole solo selection from him. He was giving his soul. He was giving his soul in Drew Hill's 5 Steps. You missed it.
Dang, let me know if y'all can hear. Can you hear?
Yeah, she said she can hear.
Okay, good. I was singing Drew Hill. I was legit.
Like, he was going hard. Like
Mr. Q.
She
We
said,
are right on time.
She said sing it again.
So these things come by prayer and fasting. You gotta just see if another drink come up. We gotta get into the Big Girl Chronicles in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Big Girl Chronicles. I'm excited.
What am I right for you?
Are you willing to pay the price?
Okay. I keep trying to tell y'all to be first downloads. It just happens. She said you're loud and clear now.
Huh?
She said you're loud and clear now.
Oh, loud and clear. Okay. Absolutely. Go. Stretch it on here. I need that.
But you made it a sleazy way.
I gotta figure out how much room I got.
Because that's the way it is.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. That's just the way it is. You know, Facebook can check you. They kick you off. We are on YouTube as well, but you know, Facebook be
stalking us.
Looking for me. Like,
it's nothing but the grace of God. We are not blocking.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
You ever drink something and it's nasty, but you paid for it, so you just go, I'm gonna suffer through this tea. Should have just woke up early and made my own tea. That's what that is. Tea
it's time for us to make some changes. Talk to him, Tea Pocket.
Tea Pocket. So clearly you got some sleep last night.
Oh no. I have yet to fully recover from my midnight excursion of an all-nighter. Me and my son is the same. It's like when I get home, it's weird. I don't know. I get home and just be like, I be so exhausted, out and about, so tired, so gotta go to sleep. And get home, I be like, hey, home, and then be like, did I fall asleep watching TV? And then
Trey be like, no.
I think his sleep was hurt last night. He was in and out of consciousness, and so I didn't get adequate sleep. But then I'm guilty too because I've been watching Blacklist, and that got me all
I'm done.
sunk in.
Tesh said, I can't wait to turn up with DJ Frank this summer.
Here you go. I just said, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, they didn't hear it. This is gonna be awkward. Say that again.
So, by that time, I should have a station DJ. By that time, we'd be out there. First 716 Radio in your backyard. Jake Street is on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. Yes, your girl's voice is a little low because she took a nap and woke up sick. I don't even understand, but you know the show must go on. Big Girl Chronicles must keep going because I have to encourage all my big girls and big guys out here. And today's question for you is: are you willing to pay the cost? So let me, I got a story. So let me explain. I saw something that D.L. Hughley wrote on Facebook, and he was talking about us complaining about gas prices, but it's of necessity. And he was saying, what are you going to do? You're going to have to pay the price for the gas or just not be at home. But oftentimes, we as, believers, we as entrepreneurs, we complain about having to pay the cost for our success. And we just don't have the posture of it's necessary for this season. We just want to continue to keep complaining. Yes, am I upset that gas is $4 million a gallon? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the radio station is of necessity. School is of necessity. Yeah. Working division is of necessity. So you have to get to the place where you stop complaining about the cost and just go forward, because at the end of the day, if God gave you the vision, He's going to fund it. So
come on,
gas is expensive, and I get it. Driving to Niagara Falls almost 6 days a week is expensive, but God makes provision for the vision that He gave Big Frank, He gave me for the radio station. So we have to get to the place where we stop complaining about it and trust God to actually fund it, because at the end of the day, we try so hard to complain and we try so hard to fund it ourselves. Yep. God is just saying, rely on me. If I give you the vision, why wouldn't I give you the finances to back it up? So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I would admonish you to stop complaining about the cost and just live in the favor. Because you're beautiful. Huh? You're intelligent. Huh? And you're graceful. What? You're a big girl. You what? You're a big guy. You who? You big people. we
have this rolling God. No, definitely, man. No. So why you were talking? Because I remember as a kid, I remember gas being $1.99. I do remember it being as low as $1 and some change. Mm-hmm. So over time, gas prices has gone up. But watch what becomes our new normal. What as high as it is right now, we'll be then okay when it's 3 something. Right. Oh yeah, this is good. But I remember when it was 2. Man,
I remember when gas was 109.
109. When
I started driving, gas was 109.
Ooh, man,
shut up.
Back in 1920.
It was in the 90s. Sure.
This is going down this one Big Frank in the morning. Listen, for more content, make sure you follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. Fire 716 Radio is going down this morning on Fire 716 Radio. Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's get it. My screen. Where's that? Ooh, there it is.
Good morning, Julian. Good morning, peoples, and peoples. Oh, okay.
Hallelujah.
All right. So if you guys didn't know, after that very interesting Big Girl Chronicles, the first song to play is Freak Me Baby.
I keep trying to say
it's not for
this is a community station. So the 90s is what the 90s does.
Good morning, Derica.
The Bible says when in Rome, when they do Romans do. In the 90s, that's what they did.
They were singing Freaky Baby.
That's why some of us.
That's why some of us become young parents. Because we had.
What's crazy is I used to sing this song all the time. Also, so I'm married now. Thank God. Hallelujah, Lord Jesus, for salvation. But so I've been saved since I was 11. So I know the Lord Jesus. I knew Him, and I was like, He saved me, tongue talking, still stealing, doing a little other stuff. But I knew the Lord. Mm-hmm. So like 11, 12, 13, iffy, but like 14, 15, I was the Bible toting, church boy, outfit, suit on, going to school. I was that kid. Sophomore year, freshman, sophomore, I was still Jesus. My junior year, I started falling back. Senior year, who is the Lord? Okay, so So I started re-singing these songs, and these were the songs I was singing to ladies all the time. They were like, "You sound all right, but you sound just like church." I said, "Absolutely." Out here trying to freak me, baby. What is happening? What is going on? No. So freaking singing. You just sound like church. I just can't help it. Trying to sing Luther Vandross sounding like church.
That is funny.
It is what it is. I'm sorry, it was just in me. Okay?
I thought it was funny that in high school, especially my junior and senior year, because my first 2 years of high school were trash because of the school I went to. But I went to traditional my junior and senior year, and we would legit have we were supposed to be having physics. And we would have church services in physics class. And the crazy thing is my professor was an atheist. Mm-hmm. My teacher, he was an atheist. He read the Bible front and back. He was just I can't buy it. But he would talk and joke around with scripture, but if people didn't really know Jesus, they'd be like, yo, this man talking good. Like, and with creation and like mixed in with science. And we would just be sitting like, hey, like, but everybody in the room was clean gay. Everybody. He was the only straight person in the room. Like, it was just like, and he was like, you guys, all y'all go to church. Yes, we all do go to church. Like, and he was just like,
yeah,
craziness.
We no, it was different. I used to roll dice once a day. They get mad at me because I would come in, they be in back stairwell, they hitting that whatever, they throwing their dice. I put my okay now. Fred, you better roll today? You want a little $1? 4, 5, 6, thank y'all. But as long as you get it back, no, we good. Once a day playing CeeLo. Yeah. You know, my school was, you know, it was my school.
I did love traditional. I'm still friends with some people that I met at traditional and stuff like that. So I love going to traditional. Villa, I hate it. I hate it. I'm sorry, I hate it. Like I've never hated something. I hated that.
Yeah.
I mean, we would do the most reckless stuff in high school. I don't know how I graduated in the number that I graduated, because it was like out of this many students, I think I was in like the top 20 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how, because like I clowned my whole senior year. Like I barely went to school. Every time there was an attempted bomb threat, I left. Like
our senior year, we almost got like the whole senior class almost got expelled because we had lost a fellow student, and we went to her homegoing service. He was going right back. We went out to eat. We was going. We was like doing stuff. So it's almost at the end of the day. We wanted to come back, and Miss Jones was the interim principal at the time. She was like, "Don't let them in." I said, "They can all get expelled today." I said, "Nice." I said, "Lord, no." Jesus, I said, "Well, you know, I was a little different. I was a little cocky, but definitely, high school was." Right there in the hood for me.
We had our principal was technically Miss Doyle, but Miss Barnes was actually the principal. Like Miss Barnes, people didn't care about Miss Doyle. Like, but Miss Barnes, she said something, we was just like, okay, because like when I was in high school, this will age me. When I was in high school, it was the yo-yo fanatic. Like, everything was like the yo-yo, because they came out with this new yo-yo, the lights, everything. So like I remember coming in to the building and homeroom, and Miss Barnes was going off. I'm tired of seeing these yo-yos. I don't want to see no more walking the dog, no around the world. And just like the senior class was like, say less, and we all came with yo-yos the next day. It was just like, and she was, I am sick of y'all. Our senior class picture. All the minute senior class picture was wearing Doug Flutie jerseys. They cussed us out. Like our senior class picture was the most shameful on the wall. Like they didn't want to put our picture up because we was doing reckless stuff in there. It was like this was the best out of the 5 pictures that we took. Like there was a picture that one guy was looking at another girl butt. It's the senior picture. I was like, memorialized forever.
That's when Medea came alive in my lifetime. That's when she started in high school and went on to travel the world. But yeah, high school was we was in the hood, and we wasn't necessarily the best school, but I pride myself in developing preachers. We had good preaching. And I went to Seneca.
Oh, you went to Seneca. Okay.
Sin high, literally. Okay, sin high. But I got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 preachers who are integral and operating in their calling with aggression. Out of Seneca.
Honestly, I feel like there's something with certain stuff. Like so, me and Sharita was talking about this a couple days ago. Out of the Greek letter organizations, the most preachers are AKA. I was like. They produce like AKAs. This is more like mental health connections. Like everybody got their thing, but I just laugh because all of the AKA friends I have, with the exception of one, she's an amazing praise dancer, like anointed. They're all preachers. I was like, Preacher. Should have been a preacher, but you chose a different lifestyle. Like preacher was on you.
Preacher was on you.
But yeah.
All right, everybody into the question of the day. We'll hit it real quick, then we're going to hit it on the joint.
See, it was delicious from here down. Like,
why is it easier to pay for what we want but not sacrifice for what we need? Yeah, a little bit of this. I'm always in trouble. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Something wrong with me, I know.
Not never.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. What is I pray all is well. It is currently 19 minutes past the top of the hour. It is right in my region. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, it is 30-something, 31 degrees on the outside here in Niagara Falls, New York. Western New York area. Listen, high today of what is going to be
36 degrees in Buffalo.
36 degrees in Buffalo, and today's high is going to be what?
You're doing a lot.
I know.
I believe it's
60.
Yeah.
Radio, you gotta understand.
He's dancing because it's going to be in the 60s.
It's gonna be 65. It's not, and guess what? I'm not even going nowhere. Like the temperature's going up, but I'm going. I have no plans for any outside excursion except one. But it's gonna be 65 degrees.
63. Yeah.
So and then
tomorrow's gonna be 59.
59. So he's still good numbers.
But then it's dropping to the 40s.
It's okay. These are, well, it does. But the high is 53. Then it's 60 over here, and then it's 48, and then it's 49 on Sunday, which is fine. You can't win for losing. Okay. I will see no snow. Be grateful.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Bro, I'm about to get into a choir. I feel it.
Terry, he's coming.
Huh?
I said Terry.
Terry, we have a choir for me to join. I'm about to create my own. Called the Frankettes. Listen,
we got an album cover.
Right. It's going down. So the question of the day: why is it easy to pay for what you want but not sacrifice for what we need? I believe that what we want oftentimes brings a quicker satisfaction than what we need. Mm-hmm. So because that triggers emotions and that triggers the release of some endorphins, if you will, we're satisfied getting what we want. The process is uncomfortable to get what we need.
Right.
And the best I do all that.
I mean, and I also feel like, with sacrificing for what you need, we're meant to be selfish. Like we were born into selfish nature. So the idea of sacrificing comes through progress.
Yeah.
Like, because when we were babies, it's like when we cry, we want what we want.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna stop crying until we get what we want. So, like it's easy for us to take taxes and go get a coach purse, but with sacrificing when it comes to the vision of your business, it's kind of just like selfishly, I wanted this to be funded now. I want to take care of this now, like you were saying. So, like, I think, we have to get to the place where it's instant gratification.
Yeah.
Should not be like the motive for our life.
Right. And I said this to that, and I think that's why it's important. And I got to do this today. Writing down where you're trying to go, because though the overall satisfaction of what you want may not appear, you'll find gratification in getting small pieces done. And then you realize, looking back, everything came together. For example, I won the radio station. I didn't have the money for real, but before I even had the station come together with anything, I bought this board for $100. Okay, now it's sitting. I bought microphones for this much, and now it's sitting. How is it gonna come together? Or just about to just sit in the corner of my house for months, just sitting, not knowing. But it's like, okay, I know what the vision is. I know where I'm going. So being able to buy these small things is an accomplishment that satisfies for a bigger picture. But it's like, dang, here we go for right now. Here's the bigger picture. And it's not easy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you here, just write the vision, you know what you got to do. But no, sacrifice is required. to give up some stuff. And if you're willing to sacrifice, you'll really succeed. Because you realize, you know what, I don't need this. I just want this. I can put that aside. You know, so and doing it with balance. You know, not saying you got to sacrifice your whole everything, but definitely surrender some stuff. You know. So
you don't have to go to Panera every day.
Every day, yo, because that stuff add up. Listen, Linda, and Frankie and myself. It add up because $5, right?
Ain't nothing at Panera $5.
So let's spend $10 every day for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week.
That's
$50, right? So for the month, that is $200. $200 you could have saved by not going that route, right? So $200 then times 12. What are we doing math? $2,400. So you could have $2,400 outside your income tax preserved had you just saved the $10 instead of going to spend it.
Right.
Now, mind you, for those who are now eating out 2-3 times a day, Panera or Tim Hortons in the morning for breakfast, Panera in the afternoon, and then grab something quick when you get home from that stuff add up.
Yeah.
But if you make the sacrifices, like what's a better alternative than this? You know, that's just one example. But that's one of the things that, like, one guy said that he didn't buy any. He said, I became rich by not buying anything unnecessary. He said, excuse me, I didn't buy food. I didn't do any fast food at all. He said, I didn't do that. He didn't do that for 10 years. None at all. Excuse me. Okay, good for you.
Right.
but definitely willing, but just like making sacrifices. If I could spend $150, $200 in groceries and then have to have the discipline to learn how to prep and prepare, because that takes time and sacrifice and all that too. It's just like, are you really how bad do you really want it?
Right.
It's really a thing too. Like how aggressive are you trying to be in getting where you trying to go? So that's just a question.
Something to think about.
Facts. Listen, it's going down. It's Big Frank in the morning. It's going down right here on Fire. 716 in the morning. What it is? What's up? Let's go.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
We can't let it play. Or they gonna kick us off.
So they definitely will kick us off. So, you know, I think I have to write. Gotta write this vision.
Yeah.
You know, I wrote it for the radio station, but like even your personal life, personal goals, objectives, where you trying to go, and then where you trying to go, what are you willing to do to get there? Right back, guys. Go to the restaurant.
So for our viewers out there, feel free to comment. Let us know. You know what is the challenge for you? I would say with funding the things that God has called you to do. What do you feel like you can contribute to the conversation as far as why is it so easy to give to purchase the things that you need, but not easy to sacrifice for what you need? Feel free to chime in. Josh said sometimes acquiring what we need requires repeated sacrifice and work. Buying what we want sometimes keeps us from having to do so much work for the same greater levels of satisfaction. That's good, Josh. That's really, really good. I like that. And it's very true. But then it makes you, but like, then my question becomes, when they said it's not, um, you said having to do so much work for the same or greater levels of satisfaction, but it would think ideally that the greatest satisfaction will be accomplishing the very thing that you need, because like just getting something that you want is so easily attainable.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be like a greater satisfaction to actually be able to accomplish sacrificing enough to get what you need?
Yeah. It depends on what context you're using. Well, I'm just reading your statement one more time just because I just went to the bathroom and just showed up. Sometimes acquiring what we need requires repeated sacrifice and work. Yeah. Buying what we want sometimes keep us from having to do as much work for the same greater level of satisfaction. Yeah. But then the question is, how long does it last as well? Because I'm going to do this. Oh, I got this done. I feel good. But then the need isn't met, or you haven't progressed in the requirement of what needs to happen for your life. So yeah, you're good for the moment, but long term, you haven't satisfied yourself. And I think that's a different situation than being like, oh, I need a car. Okay, God, I need a car, but I'm gonna get what I want. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go for what it is that I believe I deserve. Worth and value, that's a different context of the need and want situation. But I think right now it's just like, hey, I want to do this right now, do the work right now. But like, what's the long term? No, either one, you want to pay your bill for next month, you want to play it for you got it today. You know, so it's like it's a balance you got to take it with yourself, but there are certain things that are a requirement for your future. Like if you really want to be successful, and you really want to succeed, if you really want to go somewhere, if you really want to do something, if you really want to make it happen, there are certain things that you have to be willing to sacrifice. So my wife will she's giving much required. This is what you want? Yeah, are you sure? Are you positive? Okay, are you really sure? Okay, all right. Then this is what it takes to maintain that. This is what it takes to keep not only to get it, but to maintain it and to have it succeed. And if you're not willing to do those steps, you're not about to play games.
Right.
The need. I don't know about y'all, but I need to be successful. Like, yeah, I mean, I want to be. Need to stop.
No, I need to.
Need to be.
Because I physically can't see myself going through all of this to not be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, it had been time wasted.
Right.
To go through all this, to try to, get everything legal, try to get, and get logos made, go to school. I would feel like, to me, it'll be a waste to not be like my lack of drive and my lack of pursuit and follow through would be a complete waste of my time. It's like you wasted years, and for me, that's worse. Mm-hmm. Like you spent a decade of your life and you didn't even follow through. You didn't even go through. Like to me, that's a waste. Like, and I think that would affect me more. So I have no choice but to be successful.
Yeah. You really have to do what it takes, and it's not always comfortable. I gotta go home and make some sacrifices. Some gotta give, based off of where it is that I'm getting ready to go and what I'm about to do. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's not living beneath my privilege is not even an option, but it's like no, this is not a requirement. This is not necessary. Like even yesterday, my wife when. We were about to get her another phone, and after that, I said, what we're doing, she said, oh, I don't know. I had made some suggestions, but then I said, I'm not just suggestions. I said, there's no need. It's not a requirement for me to spend money every day. I don't have to. It's we got it, but we got to spend it.
Right.
I said, only that. I said, I'm not about to make plans and make myself spend money. If it's not something we got to do, hey, we keep chilling. I'm going back home. Bye. And then with no reserve, no hesitation.
Right.
No need to my kids don't love this. They don't love to hate me. Dad, can you? No, for what reason am I going?
Not because I don't love to hate you.
Oh yeah, can you? For what? No, y'all go ahead. Do y'all go? I'm not going. But we just what I said. I just think that there's I'm just getting to a place being okay with the decision that I'm making.
Right.
And not having to explain them because I know that I have a greater goal or greater objective. So in the background, they in deep worship. This is Chandler Moore. I can feel the spirit kicking up in me. Chandler Moore and Essential Worship, King of Kings. And they right here right now. Right there. They might come out and think of that. Definitely being okay with my decisions and not having to explain. Oh, I can't. No, I'm gonna be able to make this.
Right.
Only because at this point I'm trying to. God is reworking my mind concerning my money, and because of that, I got to make sacrifices. It's uncomfortable sacrifices.
Yeah.
But I got to make sacrifices. But He's made provision for the uncomfortable part, but for the greater good. So it's like I'm gonna take the sacrifice. Okay, God, because you've been blessing me. You know what I mean? You've been blessing me. You've been doing it. So any for me to get all put out of shape. But at the same time, I got the wisdom to know. No, that's not today, guys. I won't do that. But I'm gonna spend $400 to eat today, but I can go home and cook for $25. I'm just not today. I'm just not. Just because I know, understand, and the sacrifice of that is prep time.
Right.
So yeah, I'm hungry now, but I'm going to let this hunger. It's crazy because you be hungry now, but by the time you finish cooking,
you're not hungry.
You're not hungry.
Yeah. I have cooked a full meal. It was just like, I don't even want it now. Like, put it in the fridge. Because I'm just like, I spent like an hour. And I'm not even hungry. Like, okay. Well, I guess it's going to last for the rest of the week.
Right. And then, like, what does that tell you about your physical body? Like, was I really hungry because I was hungry, or was I hungry out of habit?
Well, when you're cooking, you taste things.
Right. I'm done.
So, like, it's not like you were starving yourself the whole time you were cooking it. It was like, okay, you're tasting this, you're trying that. Okay, this needs more seasoning. So the nibbling is what's like, now you done nibble your way to satisfaction.
Right. And then it's like, I've cooked the whole from scratch: macaroni and cheese, cornbread, collard greens, yams, fried chicken, cornbread. Stepped back with pleasure, looked at it, put it right in the fridge. I let it cool down when lay down and put it in the fridge. Frankly, I'm not even over it now. Not even because that's the thing too, and this is something I'm just learning with self. Is that sometimes something are out of habit. Not even that you need it. This is just me talking about myself. Right? So I'll put myself on chop block before we get into these hot topics. In the morning, I know I'm going to be hungry. But there's some mornings I wake up and I'm not hungry, but just because I know this is the time for me to eat, I'm going to execute what I know to eat. When reality is, Frank, you can legit come in here with nothing. Because you've done it and you do it. Execute the radio show and eat after. Because you know you can be hungry after you leave. Radio show. So it's like choices. Like, yeah, you're right. You know. So we are creatures of habit. So now I just got to change my habits. So my wife last 2 nights ago. You know, I'm a big boy and I don't mind being a big boy. I'm not gonna hold y'all. You know, like you fat, I am. Okay. Overweight love in the house. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Winter season, my season. Okay. With my wife, but I said, baby, yesterday I started talking fat. You know, I'm talking. I said, babe, I'm talking fat. Just today. So I'm going to read Leviticus to work in my mind, and I'm going to take this Leviticus diet. I keep calling it. What is that? I'll let you know when I find out the details.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know that.
And it might just be following the outline of what to eat and what not to eat first. You know, God's wisdom for the children of Israel in the land that they were in. You know, at that time, there's a reason why I told you I don't partake in certain things. But you know, that's a whole thing. We talk about the
There's certain sections of Leviticus because I'm a New Testament believer. I'm just not going to.
But you need, but I thought even the Bible study was that Leviticus, we call it law, but Leviticus is a book of care, compassion, and instructions that will preserve your life, and help you, because the things that they told you to do, because they didn't have modern medicine, they didn't have certain things that were present. Well, certain things that I told you not to do for the safety of your longevity for living. Right. So you got to figure out how somebody can live and survive 200, 300 years. Well, what do you happen if you follow the instructions? Right. But then also it's like the culture of what was happening and why I told you men not to wear women garments, or why I told you not to get tattoos and not to do understand what was going on, because, and this is the part that gets me, and people don't even this one. In Leviticus, God makes mention of other gods existing. Mm-hmm. They're worshiping other idols. They're out there. They're doing this. But this is what I want y'all to do: be sanctified, be set apart. And this is the reason why. I'm just saying, it's out there, like cook crack in the back of the Cadillac. 5716, your boy, be Frank, like to the Big Frank in the morning. What is? What's up? Listen, it is 20 minutes to the top of the hour. If you got to be there at the top of the hour, you got 20 minutes to get there. Temperature outside is going to be good. High 65 today in the Western New York region. It's going to be a good day. It's a good day. You know what? My sister will hate when I say this, but it makes me want to
make ribs.
It does, like.
Let me explain for our listening audience, because the behind the scenes people know. The reason why I get annoyed when he said he wants to make ribs, because he has made ribs twice. And I have asked for ribs twice. And I am still ribless. You know, I asked for jerk chicken like 10 years ago. I still ain't got no jerk chicken yet. So I let the jerk chicken go. I was like, yo, let me get some ribs. He's like, yo, I got you. I'm still ribless. But in my petty behavior, I made pot roast. And I know he wanted pot roast. He ain't got to drop a pot roast yet. Because I'm still waiting on my ribs, bro.
It's what happened when they least expected.
And so we got pot roast.
So listen, real quick, in hot topics, Jussie Smollett is out and released on bail, on bond, in light of his appeal of his conviction. So, real quick with that storyline, he goes to jail.
He ain't been in jail for 2 weeks.
He goes to the psych ward.
Right.
Then they say he's not in the psych ward for his mental health. They're saying that he's in the psych ward because that's where they put high profile inmates. So he'd be a high profile inmate. So granted, then he's released out of that, and then the family's petitioning him to get out and all these things. And I don't have it. I've been to get it, but I forgot. But then there's a phone call because the family.
Yeah, because they said that they threatened to sodomize him with a broom and do some other things to him. You are in jail. I'm sorry. My throat is mad at me.
Yeah.
You're in jail. They do stuff like this in jail. You are a criminal.
Right. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but my thing is, it's hard to believe you and your family now.
Right. Well, Journey, we believe.
She's still a sister, and she's still iffy. I'm not gonna hold you. Cute, beautiful, doing her thing, great, granted. Stay safe, stay in your pocket, leave your brother alone a little bit. You know you love him, but it's just like I heard his brother talking, and they sound the same. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dang, now this video's out. I just feel like you pay somebody else to do. I don't trust the authentic nature of what you're going through, and that's the problem with people out here perpetrating the fraud and get caught and got to deal with the consequences. I think that's just like crazy. But
I'm just mad they let him out. Like, and here's the thing: his lawyer was like, "Well, his lawyer basically said that he needed to be out because of time served. Because until his, basically mm-hmm. while he was awaiting his trial, he was locked up." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, nah, he wasn't locked up for real. But he's out on bail. He went through an appeal. He's trying to appeal his dude. You lied, and
you lied,
and I'm mad they let you out. And I would never. I'm usually never mad that they let a black man out of jail, but I feel like This was a real punk move.
Yeah, only because you did it to yourself, like all you,
Yeah.
for you, by you, for you.
You feel
so that China is on lockdown and amid the worst outbreak of COVID. Really?
Yes, they locked down.
Oh, yeah, wait, get my job back.
They locked down 50 million people, 51 million people in China because the most recent outbreak was equivalent to the original outbreak in 2020.
Dad, what's the name of that joint? Metamorphosis. What's that the Omicron? What's that the Omni?
Oh, that's the DB, the Delta D2.
Is Delta after Omni? After Omni?
It was it was another strand.
I thought Delta.
No, it was Delta, Omni, and then D2 or something like that. I can't remember.
Sure, it's gonna be.
But China,
the COVIDic anointing. The COVIDic anointing. I'm funny to myself.
But
So y'all be careful. Y'all be safe. Put your mask back on. Mask up because if it's in China, it's gonna be your sneakers, your clothes. It's en route. It's your Shein order. It's en route. All this wish list order. It's en route.
And my school just dropped the mask mandate for those who are vaccinated.
Yeah, get your card, and if your card is not real, you will. It's a felony for fake vaccination cards. Yeah. All right. Tristan Thomas is ordered to pay $1 million for child support plus $47,000 per month.
Yeah. But I gotta pull this up. So I feel like the conversation, people need to keep their mouth closed sometimes. Because his conversation is I believe the reason why. So it said $1 million for child support, $47,000 per month. So while NBA player Tristan was engaged to be married to Chloe, he got his side chick Marlene Nichols pregnant, was trying to get her to get rid of it. Well, side chick used his messages in her court filing for child support, and this is what he said in the text message: "I'm engaged, but I will be married soon. I told you I won't and can't be in the life of a child at all, by no means. Why not wait till you find the right person to have a family with? Why would you want a baby with a man that's engaged? You want to keep a mistake? ? She kept them receipts.
That's fine, but I don't. And I'm gonna just be who y'all not gonna like me, but so what? Valid conversation.
I feel like he put the blame on her though. Why would you want to be? You slept with her.
No.
She didn't say nothing about being with him.
No.
He said, "Why do you want to keep the baby?"
Because this is here we go. Here, tap in. So granted, the way I perceive that conversation is just as if she had the option to tap in or tap out. His conversation to me wasn't arrogant, wasn't rude, wasn't disrespectful. What I'm telling you is, babe, I know we had a little situation, not knocking that. I'm telling you that I'm going to marry. I'm telling you I'm going to marry this. I'm getting married. We're going to go through with this. Why would you want to have a baby with me knowing that it would be kind of messy? So legit, the conversation is an opt-out conversation, and she chose not to opt out. Whatever, no beef, no harm, no foul. I got to take responsibilities. So I'm not going to make that conversation. Oh, I'll put the blame on her. No, what I'm saying is, why would you? For me, I wouldn't want to put the baby in this kind of situation. I would want to have the child. I know what I did as an adult, having sex produces a child. Granted, got that part. No beef with that. I wouldn't want to put the child in a predicament like this. Because I know that I don't see myself being with you at all long term. I'm not committed to you outside of the baby. I'm not. It was just the fling we had. Come get married over here. So the conversation, the way that you just read it, didn't come off to me as ignorant, rude. Oh, get rid of the baby. Don't have it. No.
He told her to get rid of it.
That's not what you read. That's not what you read in the message. You said yes. Why would you want to have a baby knowing I'm about to go ahead and get married over this one? So to me, that just sounds like a dialogue of conversation. Okay.
He said, why would you want a baby with a man that's engaged? Why you want to keep a mistake? You called the child a mistake.
Right. Let me help you. And as hurtful as it can be for the child to hear that, oh, I was just a mistake. Let's be honest. It's a mistake. It's a risk that I took. This is not the outcome that I wanted it to be, But I understand how sex works. I understand how this thing moves. I didn't intentionally want to just get you pregnant, but in the moment, whether we pulled out, we know that this wasn't a part of our plan based on our conversation and how I interacted. Now, the fact that it's here, okay, why do you want to keep a mistake? This wasn't intentional. Granted, that's just the real conversation because you want the realness of the man, you want all this now that it comes out. I'm not going to turn it into, oh, get rid of it, have the abortion. I'm not hearing the aggression in that text message from me. This is a mistake. We were a mistake. I should have never slept with you. Mistake. So whatever produces out of that, yes, all kids are blessings. Not knocking that at all. But the mistake is a mistake. And I'm letting you know that I'm not coming here to, I'm not staying with you. I'm not committed to you. Now, I'm not saying the baby, why you want to go through this anyway. So bam, receipts kept. Okay, it's a conversation, it's a dialogue. She has a decision that she has the baby, she wants the baby, cool, granted. You get child support, bam, you get $1 million, but understand that the in and out, perfectly he's a good dad, not guaranteed.
I mean, obviously, the thing is, from what I've been reading about this whole situation, she wasn't asking for a relationship with him. She wasn't asking for him to commit, none of that nature. It was, you got me pregnant. I know you want me to abort it. I'm not going to. So because of this, you're at least, even though you have made it clear you are not going to be present, you're at least going to help.
But also,
because I feel like
he didn't say he wasn't going to be present either.
He said, I don't want this child. Like, I won't, and I can't, and I won't. No.
To say that I don't want it and to say I'm not going to be present isn't the same thing.
He's made it clear that he doesn't want to be present.
Where? Because this is what I feel like we do on the dissertation. Because he says that no, I don't want the baby. No, I'm not going to be with you.
I told you I won't and can't be in the life of the child at all by no means. I can't and I won't. So he said I won't be, and she wasn't asking. The thing is, people, and this is where I have to stand up as a woman, because people automatically assume a guy gets you pregnant and you want that commitment. Mm-hmm. She's been clear, right. Like, listen, you got me pregnant. You're gonna take care of this. But the thing is, and I've noticed this a lot with guys and side chicks, and when they get them pregnant, they try to make it seem like it's really like, oh, I'm not asking you to get a divorce, like an abortion, but he actually really was. He wanted her to not have the kid, and I think that's unfair.
No, life is unfair. Period. Let me just call it.
But you the one.
No, let me let him run down this road real quick.
We had sex. You could have pulled out. You could have used a condom too. It's not always on her.
Who said he didn't? Who said he didn't pull? Because there's pre-cum before you enter. There's the pull. There's condom breakage. But it's being in the heat of the moment and getting into some frisky flipping with it and dipping.
This is the typical dude response.
Okay.
And Daniel said she trapped him. It was shicey from jump. That's what she does.
But
he was dumb for what he did. See, but you automatically assume she trapped him. He was the one sneaky linking.
But I'm gonna say this too, because you know what's shicey about this, Daniel? I'm gonna talk to you because you're my brother. Is the fact, and I mean I like it, but it's just society system. Because she can opt out, but he can't. And society says that's okay.
Asking a woman to put herself through
no.
Because it's a mutual agreement. It wasn't just her having sex with herself.
So watch this. So if she has sex and he says, I want to keep the baby, I want to raise the baby, and she decides, no, I want an abortion, she's going to get the abortion. It's her body, it's her tempo. Granted, flip the script. If the man says, I don't want any part of this, and she said, oh, I want to keep the baby, I have to take responsibility. Just the way the system is set up. But you get the option to opt out, and I don't. That's just the way the system works. I get it. That's just the system of what it is, that you can say, you know what? I don't want this relationship. I don't want this baby. I'm having an abortion. Dad, but I want the baby. No, I don't want to put my body through that. I'm not having a baby. Oh, okay. But then the man says, this is a mistake. We know we're not going to be together. I don't want to do this. But I want to. But I don't want to. I don't want this. I don't want to have to deal with this like this. This is not how I expect my life to be, and I don't want to. But then we go to court though. But because it's your body, now you force my hand to be. So when I talk about opting out, we don't have the option to opt out. So even my suggestion is just a suggestion. It's just what it is.
Talisha, basically, she said, can you repeat that again? So basically, Tristan Thomas is paying child support to his side chick because they obviously got pregnant. He's ordered to pay $1 million and $47,000 a month. And so me and Frank are debating about, the responsibility and things of that nature.
Yeah, but listen, if you're listening online, you want to get back into the music. But listen, follow us on YouTube and Facebook, Fire 716 Radio, as we dig into the topic a little bit more aggressively. Right here on Fire 716, Big Frank, good morning. But I think that there's and I'm not saying that necessarily she's wrong, but there's that standard of opting out. So if a man's, I'm not gonna get mad at a man suggestion. And this is not a for, you gotta get an abortion, get an abortion, go die, get it. But if I'm having a mature dialogue, because I've been here, a mature dialogue, like, listen, number one, we can't even, and this is not Tristan's situation, this is just regular. This is not financially fine for us. I can't. I'm telling you right. If we do this, they're gonna suffer. So, it may not be wise, but this is up to that woman whether or not she's going to follow through with it or not. And this is my problem is that even if I want to keep the baby and I want to raise the child, that's what needs you to carry it. You can opt out and have your abortion. Boom. Now I'm hurt. I'm devastated. But there's no repercussions here this way.
Fire 716 Radio.
There's no repercussions here.
See, but that's the thing. And even with even if that's the case, because I haven't done research on her, Daniel. Even if that's the case, if she is known for quote unquote doing this or trafficking, why would you smash her? Like in reference to what you were saying before, there are a lot of women. I'm gonna be honest, and this is maybe because it's not publicly televised as much, but there are a lot of women. That if a man says I want the kid, even if you don't want it, I want the kid, she will have it and give it to him. Mm-hmm. Or be like, hey, or in the case of we can't afford this, okay, she'll have it and give it up for adoption. Mm-hmm. But I don't like, and I've seen this often, and I'm gonna say this, and a bunch of people gonna be mad at me. I don't like with black men where it's we gonna abort this thing. No, like. That's not, the abortion is not the way out. Like, it's not always your get out of jail free card. If that's the case, at least have a conversation with her and be like, okay, if you, and like, I do give him credit for his honesty, saying, I can't and won't. I'm not going to be part of this kid's life. Cool. It's her choice. Yeah, it was her choice. I'm not aborting this child. I'm not putting my baby through this. I'm not putting my body through this. Cool. But I have often seen this with a lot of celebrity dudes, and men have not learned to stop putting stuff in text messages. But a lot of celebrity black men, the first thing they say, abort the kid. That's not fair. That I don't feel like that's fair to always go to that. There's other options outside of if you want this baby or whatever. At least if you can't afford it or give it up for adoption. Don't always say abortion because I'm
gonna just be the hood Frank today. don't call me an elder of the church. I'm going hood Frank. That is the plan B. Okay, that is. Say what I said. That is the action being what it was. Then the plan B to stop anything from progressing there any further. That is something that we've been doing for a long time. I'm just calling it what it is. When you talk about black man. The black man itself, I'm just going to be very much honest. And the first phase is that, yeah, can I afford this? Do I even want this? And the easiest way out, and I'm not saying that is correct, I'm not saying that I agree, is abortion. That's the easiest. That's $50 in an appointment.
It's easy in theory, but not easy on a woman's body.
Now watch what I say. I'm gonna say this: each woman is different, okay? Because some people can handle that. I've known 3, 4. It don't make no sense how consistently we giving up the baby. I've seen this. I've had conversations. So I agree. And if they both agree, I get it. I get there's an emotional side as well as a physical side, and I completely understand that. The thing that I'm pretty much saying is that that's still the easiest way out, because even though you're talking about they can adopt whatever, but watch, there's still 9 months from action to delivery of care, requirement, development, changes. And I'm gonna just say this: for the woman, if she's been pregnant before, she knows if she hasn't, her body's getting sick. She's changing, and she may or may not want to go through that. So for her, it could be easy. And I'm just talking. It could be easier to abort, deal with 3 days of pain. Okay, then this hurts. This process is grieving me. It hurt. It's painful. Oh my goodness. Versus what that 9 months look like of your body changing and evolving. So that's really a conversation that you have to have. Like I said, I'm not talking from a point of view of religion and my biblical foundation. Do I believe in abortion? No. Has it happened? Yes. Okay. Yes. And even as a man smashing, and I tell you this all the time, just because the candy is good, don't mean you need to have it. Because even with Trisha Thomas, if this young lady was known for that kind of presentation, or that's who she is, you should have known better. But child, y'all, come on, my Beyonce friends. We beyond that, Hennessy, watermelon, popping seeds and stuff. This is another.
Well, that's the thing. Like, first of all, this is not his first infidelity with Chloe.
Right.
So you don't know if this was the only girl that kept receipts, because how do you don't know if he got other girls pregnant too. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I just don't like. Granted, you said it's the cheapest, and it's 3 days of pain. It's 3 days of physical pain. I know people who have went through abortions because of situations, and to this day, it still plagues them mentally. It still messes with them.
Oh, absolutely.
And so for somebody to be like, oh, okay, well, she kept it, and now, for people to have an issue with him having to pay and taking his choice away, if that's the case, if you want to whore around, wrap it up. If you want to whore around, get a vasectomy. If you want to whore around, it's not just on the woman. And I think this is something that as a society we have to. If a man wants to be a whore, if you want to be a whore and you don't want to produce seeds, snip. It's the same thing. And Tristan is a repeat offender when it comes to cheating. So for me, it's like, I don't feel sorry for you, dude, because you have been cheating consistently.
My thing is, I think that the conversation that he had is an adult, mature conversation. I do. Listen, I'm going to be honest, because, and this is the part, we want me to talk as I'm talking, right? We want to hear mine. Listen, I know what we had. I know what we did. You're beautiful. It was good. It was a fun time. I don't see longevity with you. I don't see long term. I don't see the commitment. So in my delivery, listen, I'm not going to be around. I'm not going to be present. And my question to you is, why would you want to put the child in that kind of predicament? This is just me being very honest with you about it. Now, you're going to choose. You're going to choose what you want to do. And I have to deal with those consequences. But you want to be honest, that's very straightforward, because just like he was straightforward about smashing that, she knew he already had. because let's talk the player in the game. I might be hiding my wife, you to my wife, but I'm not hiding my wife to you. I'm not hiding. You know she exists. You know what this is. We know what we're doing. We know. You the sneaky link. You know that's my main thing. And though, yes, he is a repeat offender. So you know this right here don't last long no way.
But she wasn't asking for a commitment.
Right. But let's just be honest. When it comes down to children, there is one. Because you get a commitment. And my second question, this is just my second question, is what is your lifestyle like now? How do you live right now? And how you navigate right now compared to what I'm being ready to give you as a kid?
See, I mean, I'm assuming she's famous. Daniel says my thing is if he ain't had the bread, she specifically wouldn't have kept it. You don't know that. I understand the plight of women in general that may fall into this situation, but this specifically ain't for it, and he a hoe too, and she did that also. The thing is, like, she's famous, so like I don't think there's.
She Instagram famous?
I can't remember how famous she is. But at the same time, with the whole not being present situation, my thing is this. Even if you've made it clear that you're not going to be present, the baby does not deserve to die because you don't want to be present. That's like that to me. That to me, that's a little selfish because it's like
it's not self. No, I just feel like it's an honest conversation. Like, no, I'm telling, and this is the part that gets me. Before the baby shows up, I'm having a dialogue with this woman. There's a conversation with this woman that I'm having, and I'm telling you, you're only a fling. It's not long term. We're just not going that route. And let me just be honest. I didn't want you to be pregnant. Okay, I'm just gonna be. Pregnancy wasn't the goal. Okay, it happened. Whatever the situation was. I'm not gonna say he didn't wrap up. I'm not gonna say he didn't come inside. I'm not saying he didn't pull out. You had sex. This is the consequences of that action. And he's saying, like, I just can't be there. So I'm just gonna be honest.
No, he said he can't and won't.
But right, because the idea is to persuade her that this is not the best decision. Now I'm gonna let this happen. This moment happen. I'm gonna go ahead and go 9 months. Call me 2 or 3 years later, and you see the workings of Tristan Thomas with this baby, because I feel like the conversation is geared towards trying to get her to have, hey, listen, I'm not gonna be around. I can't. I just can't. Because
it won't.
So
he said he can't and he won't.
That's what he said. But what? Just pay attention. That's all I can say. Is pay attention. Because I can't and I won't, because I don't want you to have this baby. That's my honest opinion. And if you can't shut down my desire or my want of you not having the baby, it's your decision at the end of the day. But I'm going to voice the fact that I don't want the baby. I'm going to voice it. Yeah, trauma, or the kids might read this might hurt. They very might will be. Okay, not knocking that, yes. But as an adult, having a conversation with another adult, listen, I'm not going to be there. I really don't want the baby. I can't, and I won't. So why would you want to put the kid in this predicament? I'm letting you know how I feel, and he has a right to feel how he feels.
I'm not knocking the fact that he has a right to feel how he feels. But my thing is also to automatically say because you don't want it, that doesn't mean that I don't want it.
Right. And this is where
I do think it's selfish to abort a child because you're choosing not to be in a child's life. But that's selfish to me. But I'm not gonna be present. I don't want to be, and that's your right. If you don't want to be present, you don't want to be involved, that's still your right. But for you that still want me to abort this child because you're choosing not to be present, it's selfish. I'm not killing a child because you don't want to be present.
But then you take that same scenario and you flip it, because the woman can kill her baby every time, all the time. No matter how much the man wants to keep it, because she's the one, and nobody wants to bat an eye or hit a nerve. That's not this story. That's just the way that the system is set up. She can go to the clinic, or I aborted the baby, or I did this, attack. But what if I was excited about?
If a woman, honestly, and like I said, if a woman, she just told me to call. if a woman knows that the man wants it, they are more likely to have the baby and give you the baby.
Not true. Well, no, I won't say not true to the degree of the overall, but I know situations in the hood where he was willing, but she was not. I see a situation where, hey, I'm down for it. Let's go. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I had the emotion. Dang. A text message and a phone call. Tell me I got. Oh, wow, okay. And he got to just take it. So I've witnessed that side. So that's where, but nobody wants to give any clout or attention to that.
I gotta step out.
Yeah. But Tristan got to pay, and I think he's gonna change his mind. My personal opinion.
I'll be right back. Be entertained by Big Frank.
So y'all feel free to chime in because they'll be like, Frank, is it you? Wow. Okay. But I based on my spiritual beliefs, I don't believe in abortion. On humanity aspects, I understand the diversity of situations because the baby is a blessing, period. She's a blessing. She's an asset. He's an asset, period. Even in trying to, okay, God help us all. The Lord, hallelujah. I don't want to get into that, but definitely a situation. But it's like there is a standard, a double standard, in the father choice and option, mother choice and option, as it pertains to the development of the child, taking care of it. Number two, men need to be disciplined with your sexual appetite. Listen, I am a man. Y'all don't want to know the truth. Y'all think your husbands gonna be so perfect and amazing. Somebody made a statement, and they said that every man has a dog in him, but it's about the discipline of entertaining it. I'll paraphrase that every man has human nature. Everybody has eyes to see, but your actions, your discipline, and your commitment, and those components play a factor in what you will or will not entertain. So Tristan, I believe, has some more deeper things because he is a repeat offender. And why so? And just because he sleep with her don't mean he love him. I'm gonna say that real quick. Just because he sleep, I'm not condoning infidelity. I'm not condoning a lifestyle of accepting foul behavior from men and or women. But definitely you gotta be disciplined. Don't let your emotions guide you and lead you into something that's something that's crazy. I know what society says about a system. I just when Jay Shree was reading the text message feed, I'm not gonna hold you. I just heard an adult conversation and a reality that is hurtful. At the end of the day, it's the woman's decision. Ultimately, he'll be praying and fasting because you see the Lord. He will say no because God can bless any situation, any trauma. God can heal, even though I'm not saying the process is easy all the time, but He can definitely heal, recover, and make new and remove the pain of situation. But at the end of the day, it is definitely the woman's choice, and if you choose to keep it, the man doesn't really have an option to deny or be released of financial responsibility, and vice versa. If she chooses to abort it, the man has no say so in wanting her to keep the baby so he can raise a seed of his own. I've seen this multiple times. So it's just a bittersweet situation, but it's what it is. It's a story. We're gonna get back into some local news. We have some things happen over the course of the weekend, and some body cams came out, and we're gonna go ahead and dig into that. So rock with us, y'all. Don't go nowhere. We here. I need another bottle of water. But y'all feel free to give y'all input and y'all thoughts, man. Yeah. So You take care of it? Got it together? Who? I seen that, but I seen that, but I didn't see that.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Had to take care of some business. But I'm back. But can we cover local news next?
Local news next, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You watch the body cam video?
Huh?
Did you watch the body cam video?
I didn't because I couldn't watch another black person get shot. I like
Yeah,
I had my max with watching like body cams.
The execution, the words and the expression of the people outside the video.
Who's coming after this?
It was like that because it wasn't a it was nice.
Yeah.
I seen her cousin say something, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Who called? Who that lady? Sometimes.
Yeah.
5716, your boy Big Frank, elected the Big Frank in the morning. It's going down this morning. I pray. It's 15 minutes after. I
pray that it's good.
I pray that you're en route and you're doing your heavy business. It is 15 minutes past top of the hour. Currently, 36 degrees over here in this area, and a high today of 65. So check that out. Traffic is doing what it's doing. I just can't tell you about the jet until I get the number for traffic, and I can check out. But in other news, though, quick local news, real quick. And I'm gonna get to the latter point because I got always me, right?
Yeah.
40-year-old Richard. Richard. It's not the handwriting. It's just the way that I should have read his forehead. 41-year-old Richard sentenced to 1 to 3 years in prison for posing as a
Yo, this dude made off with like 43,000, and it's something about Tom DeWanda. Tom DeWanda has been wilding these this whole week.
No, the man saying he's a contractor and giving you projects. So be careful out there. If you don't get the references or nothing, just be careful.
If you ain't got a good Yelp review, don't.
I'm gonna do that one last. The Niagara Falls State clerk facing felony charges after an argument over leaking milk container resulted in a fatal customer getting shot. Female. I said fatal. Female customer getting shot over leaking milk. I'm not going to Niagara Falls, a little different. So we have a 7-Eleven on like Hyde Park and South, I think. No, Hyde Park and North. And that's the location where the leaky milk.
I mean, granted, the person was wounded. It wasn't a fatal shooting.
Yeah.
But, getting shot over some leaky milk is a lot.
The store clerk.
Yeah.
Shot.
I believe the customer.
Somebody. I'm not laughing because the person is not deceased. It's just over the milk, though.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Somebody was just fighting at Tim Hortons on Hyde Park and Pine Avenue like 2 days ago. Somebody got a video on Facebook. It's crazy.
Sorry, y'all. Just my phone is doing what it wants to do right now. But yeah, so it was an altercation. It was an altercation that went bad. It was pretty much like the person was complaining about the leaky milk, and they got into an argument, and it was just like
over the milk though. Like, come on, the milk.
Said that a store clerk is facing felony charges after an argument over leaky milk leaky milk container resulted in a female customer suffering a gunshot. And it said a woman told the officer she and her boyfriend got into a confrontation with the clerk after trying to return a leaky container of milk they just purchased. During the incident, which spilled out the front in front of the store. Store clerk allegedly hit the 32-year-old victim over the head with a weapon. And then it said the victim complained of shoulder pains, while ambulance crews were treating her for a cut across the head. But I guess she also got blah blah. Yeah, she got shot.
Yeah, I just the milk though.
But y'all fight no.
But you know what I say? I think this is me talking. I think it got to be more. It got to be more. I think the milk is the story that we're gonna tell the people.
But she was actually snatching my man, and I rolled up on you, and you didn't know that the 7-Eleven clerk had some heat on her.
Right. So the news what I want to get into, which is very heartwarming for the people, and it's just like that another one. But the storyline and the video camera, the presentation is kind of conflicting. But police officers out on paid leave after shooting Dominic Thompson, 31. He was a young man who was on Her Avenue having a knife. Mm-hmm. So the way that, because I did watch the video. All right, so the video, they're in the they begin in the stairwell of the apartment that they're in. He has a gun at the top of the stairs. Officers, hey, put down the weapon, whatever. He said, oh, let's go outside. So the officers bag up, they go outside, and the guy comes downstairs, still has the gun, has the weapon, has the knife. Legit. Hey, put the knife down. They're bagging up they bagged up from the stairwell all the way back up to where the police cars were. They're bagging up. Guns are drawn at the first little charge. Okay, whatever. Guns are drawn, just bag up. Hey man, like bag up. Legit. There was legit. He legit charged after them with the knife. So I get the fact that there is better mental health protocols and industry practices, and based on the report, the officers did not have tasers, so that wasn't an option.
Well, so my question is, why didn't officers have tasers?
You got to talk to the Buffalo Police Department as a whole.
Yeah,
that there's no reason. Why aren't we fully stocked with all those things? And that's a real question too to have. But that was just in the report. But it's like that. And then it's like, while it happened, the grief that hit like right then like that, because this is not the outcome that we wanted. And it's a bunch of them. So you're like, the question is then who's going to take the risk to get stabbed and cut and run in? Who's going to take that step? And then as an officer, and I don't know training, is it shoot to kill or shoot to wound? I think this could have been a wounding situation, very much so. Yeah. But 6 bullets, I think that's what somebody said it was 6 bullets in, but it's like that. But
because like that, if that's the case, because my first question was going to be, why did they tase him?
Yeah.
But from the person that I do know that works for the police department, and I'm not going to put their name out there, they are trained that if you're assaulted with a knife, how to disarm the person. But in this particular situation, 6 bullets is excessive.
Yeah.
You could just bust that kneecap. It kind of kept it moving.
Yeah,
but no, I'm not saying that in the heat of the moment, you don't know what to do.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this. Even if it was an aim for the kneecap, he would have got hit anyway. Because and I'm not making this excuse for the police officer, but watching the video gives more content. Because I'm not just charging you like this. He's in the deep. I'm coming, like, I'm about to come and get you. So he's already low. But then it's hard. It's hard because it's like, dang, the black brother, another one.
Right.
Come on. And there's black officers there, and when it happens, the level of response, like they cussing, like, God, like, really, come on. And this is hitting the kid in the police car because this is not the outcome that we wanted. But at the same token, we're pleading, but then you shoot, and it's like, Dad, come on.
I mean, I get, I
It's like,
appreciate the body cams, and I do, and in this particular case, it sounds crazy, but I do believe that they were remorseful. I personally didn't watch it because I just didn't want to see another black man get shot. That was just me. But I believe also that's why they're on paid leave.
Yeah.
Because there is evidence to support.
Yeah, but man,
but unfortunately, another person.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It does. I mean, it hurts. It hurts. To lose lose at the hand of police, another one. And I hate to say this. Just my word with wisdom, because there has to be, if it hasn't been for real, enforce of mental health.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what we have done at the table's been turned, and then a cop is killed at the hand of trying to, there's, and I don't want to get into what ifs, because you use what ifs all day long. But I believe that we have to have, there needs to be a team task,
right,
with a mental health approach. And the problem with the police is that they've backed up as far as they can go. We're back at our cars now.
Right.
We went from inside the house, giving you ample time to, we're backing up. And but mental health is a real thing. My blood brother, not like church brother, mental health is a challenge for him as well. And it's like,
and that's the thing. There are mental health first aid responders, because I'm certified to be one.
Yeah.
And I just think that maybe, in this kind of situation, that's a consideration, that this is something that the police department needs to put on board.
Yeah.
Along with the group.
Right. And then I don't know how long they were there in total. Yeah. Because the video is only 3 minutes before there's the demise. And then the question is like, man, at what point do we know to call that this is mental health? And then how long does it take you to get there?
Well, no, I'm just saying they can get trained through the department.
Facts.
So we'll see how it plays out.
And I'm definitely praying for the Thomas family, because, man, to lose, to hurt, it hurt. It hurt to watch. It's heartbreaking. Sorry to get that kind of weight on a Thursday. We'll be back with our closing thought, man. Be encouraged, be blessed. Music coming up. We got Maxwell, we got Total, we got C. West, Erica Badu, and so much more right here on Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning. But I watched it last night.
I couldn't do it. Like, I just, the culture has made me, like, the current, I'm not the culture, the current climate has just made me, it hasn't desensitized me, it has made me more sensitive. There's just certain things I can't watch anymore.
Yeah, and for me, I had to watch it because I watched the comments outside of not watching the video.
Mm-hmm.
And they contradict, because what I've read in comments and statements, in denial, because you speak from her place, and that's your loved one, you love them, but then to watch the video, tag, I don't agree,
right?
But I understand how this could be. I understand, like, tag. It wasn't a But then I do question where I've seen where there's been a successful detaining of the opposite color. So it's like, that, come on. Black officers were there. They were present. And then it's the factor. And y'all may not like me for this. Your life or mine,
right?
As the officer, and because it's so consistent,
right?
And because it's so foul and consistently foul,
right?
Just to hear it already puts the disdain, already. So I understand it 100%, and I get it, and
I think, like, we as a community, and we may have to do this, but we need to, like, not necessarily bring an officer on here to talk about that particular topic, but what is it like being an officer in this culture?
Yeah, I think so, because the reason why I said that is the fact, and I agree. This is why I'm saying that, because they just had one like 2 weeks ago. but nobody was there. I didn't know nothing about it. I said, I put on the stat, like, why ain't nobody communicating successfully what's available? And that's what my friend the station will become. But I agree with you 100%.
Because it's different. Because like even somebody I went to church with, that's an officer. When she became a police officer, they dogged her, and it was like, how are you gonna become one of them? And like you with everything, and like her guys was like, first of all, you don't know what it's like to be me,
right?
And then second of all, I did this to better my community.
Right.
So why would you come? Why would you come for me? And I'm trying to change the narrative,
right?
Of what what being a police officer is in modern day America.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But the new version of Jim Crow. Let me explain to you why I want to change the narrative. And I think this is conversations that the police officers, and I'm not excusing all of them, police officers don't get a voice.
Yeah.
Because we've silenced them because of the corrupt ones.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Because there are good cops out there. But there's also crappy. Also crappy cops. And so definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Because we don't understand the plight of what it's like being an officer.
No, right. In that moment.
Yeah.
Man, life or death in this.
Yeah. We cannot say that
yes,
this is no spring break. I got 2 days left. No, we cannot say that it could have came a different way because we don't know.
We don't absolutely. All I can get, you can what if all day long.
Right.
What if,
but specifically, I would want to know why because the average, to what I know, the average cop carries a taser on one side and the gun on another. So it would make me ask why none of these cops had tasers. Like that's my one question.
Yeah, and then even for me though, it's like, cause I think it's may have only been 2 officers drawn on him as well. Because others were there to to give that. We're not here to threaten you. Can you get what I'm saying? The idea or the concept makes sense, but the ending was just so.
And then why 6 shots? Why wasn't it 1? Why wasn't it 2? Like why was 6? Why was it that many shots?
Because it's and I'm just gonna be very honest with you, and it don't take no weight to pull a trigger. Okay, number 1. Number 2, I think that you may like me for this. This is not just walking aggression, slow motion. It's not a movie scene. You're charging me. Blah, 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 blah. Less than 10 seconds to release those shots, and it came from 2 different sides. So if it's like, and I'm saying, and I'm not validating the okay. I'm thinking, though it's only a knife, granted. I can only let you get so close before I'm in danger. The option is either my life or yours. Now, if they were going to wound him, they should have wounded him when he was standing still or far off. Because we can look at it now from the outside. This is a better option. This is better ways. But when you're in the moment, you don't want to stay still. All you want to do is drop the weapon. Drop the weapon, 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 whatever. Right. All right, you're walking closer, I'm already a little tense, no drop the weapon. Now listen, the moment that you decide to and it was a real charge. I'm not talking like no. Like I'm coming for you, and in less than 10 seconds, pop, pop, pop. It was really, that was even like, you know what I mean? It just happened. I'm not condoning or validating. Right. I'm stepping in the characters. I'm going to be a guy. No,
as somebody who had a pistol partner, and you have to have a sense of accuracy. Yeah. So I'm taking the concept, gun, aim, he's charged. When you have the accuracy, and I'm not saying that this is just Jessica as a person who shot guns. One shot, pow, in accuracy, hit in a wounding spot.
You're,
it causes a person to you will fall, especially with a gun with that kind of power. I just because I think of guns, I'm like 6 is a lot because it's
you're thinking time accuracy. You don't, and because I watch the video, we're talking about my intention is never really to shoot, so I don't have gun accuracy. It's pointed at you, but we're backing up. We're not in a standstill. Like y'all can see me on camera, maybe I can. We're not, and I'm not validating once again. We're not at standstill point. I got my aim. Drop the weapon. We're backing up now. We're moving backwards. And at the moment, mind you, I'm not trying to take you. My intention ain't to take you out. I'm not trying to take you out. It's to scare you from the weapon down. Mm-hmm. But then you come. I'm about to hit you. I'm not.
I got you.
But you know, and that's just my concept as if it was me or anybody else.
Sorry to say,
but it's like it's coming so quickly.
The charge was funny.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It was kind of funny.
but
I get it.
But I also believe that this is where, and I hate to put him in danger like that. That certain cause, I don't know how would you execute that? Where certain causes just treated like this should just be mental health advocate almost at the ready because, hey, what's going on? They don't have the dialogue. What's going on? What's happening? What's on your mind? They don't have the dialogue to unlock the mind.
Right.
It's, man.
Because, like I said, that's why I think that train. Like I have to get recertified.
Yeah.
But I had. Huh?
Go ahead, but I'm not going to act up.
But I think that's a training.
Yes.
That should be part of the police department because even with being a mental health first responder, if somebody was having a mental health crisis in the airport, I was certified to let's try. And there's specific training, and I think the conversation does need to happen. And I know it's going to be, it's money, okay, but we can prevent situations like this too that wouldn't cost the city money because if they find out this is an unjustified death, that's a lawsuit for the city, So everything right now is circumstantial. We'll see how it plays out. But I like from what you're telling me and things like that, I don't think this was an intentional. You just shooting because you black. I think this was really like, this was a justifiable shot, not necessarily death, but a justified reason to shoot. So it's just hard because it's definitely
a challenge, man. And then to watch all the, I've been watching the clips and the videos and just who he was as a person and just things that he was doing and being a part of whatever with his brother, if you would. I don't know him personally, but just seeing that, like, dang, man.
But it hurts, but it hurts more because this has become the culture. Mm-hmm. And I like, the whole defunding the police and certain things. Like there's this conversation has been consistent where we got to defund the police. I really do feel like defunding the police is a plus and minus, but I think the silence of knowing some of your partners are racist and never saying anything, that conversation needs to be had more because was a bond in the blue? No, because what the consistent story of a lot of these cops who were shooting black people was people saw that they were racist. People knew that they've been known to do things to black people. And they didn't say anything because, you breaking the code, we cops. No. This person has been doing this because they have record, they have documentation. They should no longer be serving. And I think that this is just, like I said, more conversation because defunding the police is not going to really help if you're going to have still have blatant racists on the force.
Yeah.
I heard this song forever. So, just a lot. Yeah. And as an intercessor, it weighs. Because when I was reading the story, I was thinking, Just
Talk about this. I also feel like there needs to be a consistent time frame for intercessors too. Just the city as a whole on a regular basis, even for Niagara Falls. I'm like, I'm saying that people wanting to see, pray at home, wherever, but it's like, yo, there needs to be a consistent intercession. Like,
and the crazy thing is, and this sounds terrible as a minister of this gospel. I remember last year, and I probably didn't move on at the time that I should have. But I remember last year, God dealing with me with going to police stations and praying for police officers. And I will say this, and honestly, my blackness was like, I ain't about to pray for these racists. Like,
someone know what it means.
Huh?
Somebody know what it means.
Like, my blackness was like, so you want me to get out of my bed and go to police station and pray for the people that done did all this stuff to people downtown, that done, knocked over an 80-year-old man because he was peacefully protesting, that fired guns on. You want me to pray for them? And in my selfishness, I was like, my blackness is not going to allow this. And I was wrong. I can say I was wrong, but if God creates the opportunity again, it's kind of like, okay, now it's time to be obedient. Go to the police station and pray for the police officers, because we don't know.
No fact. But you don't know until you're in it. And I ain't the officer. I ain't in it. So I don't know. That's just a real conversation. Real conversation. And then y'all really want to talk about that for real. I'm gonna let that go on this Thursday morning. Might pick it up on Friday, put it on the switch. We got a minute 20 final thought.
Oh, I just got cold all of a sudden. Jesus.
It's cold world in the streets. Time about.
Thanks to the 4 people that's watching us on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Friday 716, your boy, Frank, Dr. The Big Frank in the morning. Good morning, prayer all is well with you. It is currently 19 minutes actually to the top of the hour. Listen, it's going down this morning. Conversation is good. It's been good. We're going to give you guys our final thought this morning. Jay Cherie, what do you have for the people?
I would say my final thought is definitely don't be so hesitant to be outside of the norms. And the reason why I'm saying this is because everybody is not meant to fit in this box or this mold. Sometimes there's specific people called to be outside of the box. And if you are one of those people that are called to be outside of the box, embrace that and explore that, because trying to be a square peg trying to fit in a round hole is just not going to work. It's not meant for you. So be okay with being outside of the box. That's all I got.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish all through the town. In other words, know your placement on this ride or this journey called life. Know what role you play. Understand that some people are key elements to travel. Some people are designed to clear out the smoke and the rain. Some people are just designed to hold the weight of the seat. Some people are designed for certain positions. In this season, you must occupy your placement so that so you can effectively be efficient in getting the job and the task done. Who to pick up, who to drop off, to get them from one place to another. Because the truth of the matter is that many of us are carrying agents, and we're not always meant to carry for a term or always, but to get one person from one place to another. So again, the wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels of the bus go round and round, all through the town. Thank you guys. It's a boy Big Friend. I'll let y'all listen. Karaoke night tomorrow night has been canceled. We're not going to do that. Working some other things in the near future. But listen, enjoy y'all day today. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. It's going down 5716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, y'all. We got to get going. We will see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.